Hey guys, what's going on? Hey, it's Lee Godbold, Junk Removal Authority. Had a question on one of our recent YouTube videos about what happens when you damage a customer's home. And I want to address that with everybody today. Please, before we get started, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel. That way you get updated anytime we release new content. And also, if you like what you hear, if you dislike what you hear, give us either that thumbs up or thumbs down. We really love feedback, comments, and all, so please do that as we progress throughout this video. Appreciate you watching. So, anytime something is damaged, you really need to look at it as a great opportunity to really actually impress this customer. Yeah, you screwed up and you've damaged something. Could be a hardwood floor, could be you bumped a door, could be you knocked a hole in the wall, could be your guy stuck his foot through the ceiling in an attic. You know, there could be any number of issues that occurred. Any type of damage that occurred here is not a good thing, but you can turn it into a really good thing by going above and beyond what customers really expect when you repair this deal. So, very first thing you need to identify exactly what was damaged. So again, hardwood floors, walls, doors, door jambs, ceilings, those are the most common things that are damaged with a junk removal pickup. The next thing you'll do is you really want to let that customer know, hey, if we made a mistake here, if we caused an issue, any damage any damage we caused, we're going to make sure that we make this right. So we're gonna do whatever we have to do to make you happy, to repair this damage that we caused. So just kind of assure them of that. Take some pictures. So, if any damage that occurred, go and get some great pictures. If you're not on site, if your truck team's on site, have them take pictures. That way you've got documentation of exactly what occurred. And when it comes time to get estimates from some repair guys, is you're actually able to show them those pictures. They might even be able to give you an idea of cost over the phone before they come out and take a look. You do want to attempt to get full payment for this job. And this is always kind of a big question mark, because people say, well, if I damage something, should I collect any money at all? We generally try and get full payment from the job. Other than we might offer the customer just a little bit of discount, maybe $30 to $50 for the inconvenience that we caused for damaging this stuff. If the customer refuses to pay, which will happen from time to time, tell them that you completely understand. Don't argue with them on this point. That's a great way just to piss them off, and it's going to be very, very hard to make that customer happy if you argue with them on this point. You're just going to have to trust, and there's a few other things you can do to ensure that you get payment for the job later on once you've gotten the repair scheduled and the repairs taking place. So let the customer you're going to get an estimate scheduled for repair, and if they decide they do not, if they're not going to pay for your junk removal service at that point, just tell them you won't expect payment, that they can settle up once the repair is in motion. So you're going to draw up a quick contract if you have to go this route. It's going to say the customer is going to pay you once the repair has been scheduled. To reassure the customer that the damage will be fixed, you do need to state in the contract that you agree to pay the estimate of the repair in full. We still want to get that payment before the repair is actually taking place, and we're responsible to pay this repair person. We don't want to have to pay the repair person to fix the house and not collect any money at all from the customer, unless that's something you work out. Generally you're going to want to get compensated, especially if it's a big job, for the work that you did. If it's a real small job, maybe you forget about it, you just get the work done. You don't worry about the $150 that you missed out on. You're just trying to keep that customer happy at that point. But if it's a $500 job or a $1,000 job or even a $400, $300 job, you probably want to get at least some compensation for that for sure. So get the money, drop a contract and get the money before you actually carry out the repair, and you have to pay that repair bill. So after you've got that contract drawn up, if you need to, if the customer went ahead and paid, you don't necessarily need that contract at that point, unless the customer just wants something assuring, so they can get some assurance that you are going to do what's right and take care of this. The next step is going to be you need to schedule that estimate. So if the estimate comes in over your deductible, you can turn it into an insurance claim. Here's something that's really kind of throws people for a bit of a curve. Your automobile insurance is actually what pays to repair damage to customer's home, as long as that item was being taken out to the truck. So it was an item you're going to be removing, and that's what hit the door, that's what fell down the stairs, that's what scraped up the hardwood floor. That item that's going in your truck to be hauled away, that actually falls under your automobile policy. Now, if you're moving an item throughout the home, that from just one room to another, like you're providing some moving services, that's actually going to fall under your general liability policy. So most people just assume it's automatically under your GL. Majority of claims, damage claims inside a customer's home is actually going to be under your automobile policy. So that is why it's extremely important that you have a commercial automobile policy. Otherwise, that claim will be denied. If you're operating on a regular, like non-commercial, just a regular non-commercial policy, it's not going to cover that claim. You're going to have to pay it out of pocket. So you, after getting a couple of estimates, try and limit the number of estimates. Everybody, people say get 3 estimates. So you're not a good steward of your money if you don't have 3 estimates. Have an understanding of what a repair is going to cost. Pick somebody you know is going to do a good job. Send that person out there. As long as the repair is around kind of what you were thinking of, go ahead and schedule that guy to get it fixed. You don't want to carry this out where the customer's having to meet this repair person 3 separate times. It's extremely inconvenient. This isn't an upgrade to the customer. It's just getting it back to the point it was before your company arrived. You were supposed to make things easy on them. You made it more difficult. Take advantage, don't make it even more difficult than it has to be by carrying this estimate process out, just trying to save 20, 40, 50 bucks, maybe $100. In the grand scheme of things, get this customer happy. That's what's truly important. So get the repair completed. Follow up with the homeowner to ensure satisfaction. We'd like to do that before we pay the vendor the final amount. The last thing you want to do is pay the vendor in full without making sure that the customer is happy. Otherwise, you're going to have to get the same vendor or a different vendor back out there to fix the problem. And that's going to be an additional expense that should have been covered at the very start. So what we'd like to do, kind of the final touch, like I said, you want to take advantage of the situation. You want to turn a bad thing into a good thing, because some of your best reviews can be from customers you made mistakes on and then you made it right. So we like sending the customer a gift card. After everything's done, we'll send them a handwritten note. We'll say, thank you so much for your patience. We're sorry to have caused you the inconvenience when we damaged that wall. It sounds like we've got everything fixed for you. We're extremely happy to have done that. If there's anything else we can do, please let us know. As another gesture of our appreciation of your business and our the sincerest apologies for damaging your property, please accept this $50 gift card to Outback, Longhorn, wherever, Visa gift card, whatever. It's just an additional gesture. You want to take advantage. You want to have this person who is upset at you become a raving fan. It's a great chance if you go through these steps properly, take care of the customer, give them a discount, and you send them that card. This person's going to be telling their friends. They're going to be posting reviews online, and they're going to be using you again. You've salvaged a bad situation. If you don't handle the situation correctly, it could be a bad review and bad, goodwill, bad hurting your reputation. Stuff they tell the truth about how you handle the situation poorly to all their friends. Those people are never going to use you. They could post reviews online that hundreds of people could see. They can blast you on social media. It's just a bad situation at that point. Do the right thing here. You're going to build a great business. Hey, really appreciate. Before we wrap up this video, once you've done the right thing, ask the customer to leave that review too. We talked about leaving a great review. Ask them to leave them a review. So, after you've sent everything off, give them another quick little call. Say, hey, want to make sure you got that gift card. Final thing, now that all this is wrapped up, if you wouldn't mind, please, can you go on our Google site? I'm going to send you an email right now. Go on our Google page, leave us a review, let people know how we treated you. We'd certainly appreciate it. And thanks once again for your understanding of the situation. And, at that point, you've tried to maximize the situation and turn a bad thing into a good thing. I hope you don't have to use this advice very often, but it is going to come up from time to time as you grow, especially once you get off the truck. When it starts happening, you just want to continue working with your guys. Make sure your guys aren't working too long hours. Get enough crews where they're not getting burnt out. Make sure you're training them and make sure you're not rushing them. You want them working at a steady pace so you can help prevent some of this damage to customers' property. Appreciate everybody watching, guys. Again, please hit subscribe and click the thumbs up below if you like this video. Thanks.